Previously on The Royal Romance. We're here to take you back. What? We are going to fight this. No one smears the name of House Beaumont. We must resolve this scheme against you at once. Look, that night one of the noble ladies came to me. She told me she wanted to play a practical joke on her friends, and asked if I'd help. I was offered a chance to stay as a lady-in-waiting, regardless of who Liam chose, as long as I helped in the scheme against you. Offered? So someone told you to set Riley up? It was Bastine. There's a very short list of people that Bastine would feel compelled to obey, no matter what's the order. This runs all the way to the top. We need to investigate the former king and queen. The truth is, I'm dying. These are difficult times for Cordonia. We've always had our share of enemies, but throughout my reign I've seen them grow bolder and bolder. Liam's mother was poisoned by one of the group's enemies, and even her death wasn't enough for them. There have been more attempts on my family's life since. I've lost so much to our kingdom's enemies, and when I am gone, there will be no one left to protect my son. One wrong step, and Liam could lose his kingdom, or even his life. Madeline was my best hope for keeping him, and Cordonia, safe. You act as though you didn't have a choice, but you did make a decision about what you were willing to do. What kind of king, what kind of father you wanted to be. Here is mine. I love Lady Riley, father. I'm not going to deny that. If you hadn't interfered, I would have proposed to her that night I was crowned. I may not have been able to stop you from murdering her, but I will, and I can still make this right. As King of Cordonia, I am placing Riley under my protection. I will keep her safe. I will help her right the wrongs that I have done to her. And I am commanding you as your monarch to help us in any way you can. Constantine stares at Liam. Seconds pass, and still Liam meets his gaze, unflinching. Very well. To set things right, you must find Tarek. I'm here to make a statement regarding the photos of myself and Lady Riley Venti. The photos were taken of us reveal only this: a breach of privacy that I alone was responsible for, and an arrogant, unwanted advance on my part. Nothing untoward ever happened between us, at least nothing on Lady Riley's part. Lady Riley, I offer my sincerest apologies for what I did that night. I hope this message begins to make amends for the harm I've done. Last night, after I returned to my quarters, I spoke with Madeline. I've officially broken off my engagement with her. Lady Riley Venti, queen of my heart, I have yearned to say these 4 words for a very, very long time. Liam, will you marry me? Yes. 1,000 times yes. Whatever the future brings us, Riley, I am happy I spent it with you. So am I. To Duchess Riley, the future Queen of Cordonia. Crowd applauds. King Liam's eyes find you in the crowd, and his smile brightens. He extends a hand towards you, and you begin to step forward. Suddenly the lights go out. An explosion popping sound tears through the air, then another. What was that? More fireworks? Not fireworks, gunshots! Run! Ah! Terrified guests scream and try to flee. The crowd surges around you. Riley, where's Riley? Guards, protect her! Riley! An assassin pulls the trigger. No. Drake jumps in front of you, putting his body between you and the bullet. The two of you collide as the shot hits. Drake, Drake! And now, I'm your host with the most, Logan 23, and let's get to it. In the midst of an assassination attempt on the royal palace. You and Drake crash to the ballroom floor, the force of his body knocking the wind out of you. Drake rolls to the side, clutching his shoulder. When he pulls his hand away, it's shiny and red, wet with blood. The color drains from his face. Drake! Justine runs up to you, sidearm drawn. He helps you to your feet first, then Drake. Drake wobbles on his feet, so you step forward to steady him. Riley, there's a servant entrance to the left. Help Drake and stay low. I'll cover you. Run to Liam, look for him. Grab Drake. Come on, Drake. Let's get you out of here. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Riley, get him out of here now. Go on into Drake, carefully keeping pressure on his injured arm, and run. Justine points to a SUV waiting at the end of the drive. Hurry! Justine ducks into the car and punches an address into the console. This will take you to a safe house. There are first aid supplies there. Patch Drake up as soon as you arrive. He should be fine as long as you get the bleeding under control. Me? I got this. Go protect the king. I will. You turn to help Drake into the car. His eyelids droop and his grip on you is weak. Drake. And now presenting the Royal Romance Book 3 that we have waited well over a month since the conclusion of Book 2. Twilight Hour. A short drive later, you help the bleeding but conscious Drake out of the getaway car and into a secluded cabin. The cabin's lit only by what appears to be emergency lights. He grunts as you lower him onto the couch, and he sags into it with a heavy sigh. Closes his eyes while you find a light switch on the wall next to the main door and flip it. Nothing happens. Huh. Maybe the generator's busted. They must have an emergency backup since it's a safe house. Lights are the least of our problem right now. We've got to stop the bleeding. Where's the first aid kit? As you begin fumbling around in the dark, searching for the kit, you hear Drake's release a pained gasp. Ah! You hurry, glancing into the closet, rifling through the cabinets until at last in the kitchen drawer. Found it. Turn back to Drake, whose face is contorted in a pain grimace. Man, am I happy to see that thing. Only when you draw close do you realize how pale he is. Drake, you took a bullet for me. Ah, come on, Venti. Don't sound so impressed. You're scaring me. Drake, I just want you to know how much it means to me that you do something like that. Okay, now I know it must be looking grim. God damn it, Drake, shut up. Hey, can a girl be grateful and sincere only once in a while? You could just say, you're welcome. You're welcome. Now, I'm going to do whatever I can to help and for you until help arrives. Kneel beside him and help peel off his bloody jacket and shirt. Okay, first I need to clean it up. I just need to do that. I should grab a syringe, alcohol swab, nothing. Alcohol swab. It's gonna hurt like a ball. You grab an alcohol swab and tear it open. This'll probably sting. You apply the swab to Drake's skin, gently dabbing at the edges of the wound. Ugh! Grimaces, muscles tensing, and breathing coming quicker. Pull out a clean swab and resume cleaning. Drake draws in a sharp breath. You alright? It's no picnic, that's for sure. I could use a distraction.
Wanna see my boobies?
A distraction now. What happened back there at the palace tonight? Being so far from civilization, does it remind you of camping with your dad? Ooh, let's do that one. Yeah, he actually brought me to the woods around here a few times. I knew this place was here, though. Makes sense, since he probably couldn't tell me for security reasons. He continued to clean his wound, listening. Do you have any favorite memories from those trips? We did go fishing at the lake, probably a couple miles away.
I caught a trout of the size of a house cat, and when he got home, my mom cooked it for dinner. I felt, I guess, like a man, maybe for the first time. Drake's face contorts in a pained scowl again, and his eyes drift towards the first aid kit. Is there any whiskey in there? If I ever needed a glass, it's now. Sorry, I didn't think they made first aid kit with you in mind. There's only rubbing alcohol. You'd be surprised people have drank that before. Drake's lips curl in a weak smile. Damn, I should talk to Liam about that, if I ever get the chance. Once the wound is clean, you grab a roll of gauze and get work wrapping a bandage around Drake's torso. You finish wrapping the gauze and tucking the end and securing it with tape. How's that? Good as new. You did great. Looks like the bleeding stopped. We'll have to keep an eye on it to make sure. You notice his eyelids beginning to droop. Now that you're bandaged up, you should probably get some rest. Before I go, though, Drake, I owe you my life, if you ever need anything. Nah, you just owe me a shot, though for the record, I prefer whiskey to bullets. You must really be feeling better if you're making jokes. Thanks to you. I'll be in the next room if you need anything. He's already snoring softly as you retreat to the other room. You close the door behind you as adrenaline gives way to fatigue. You manage a few exhausting steps and stumble into the bed. Soon, you fall fast asleep. Next morning, you wake up to the sound of knocking on the main door to the safe house. Coming. Could be literally the killers, but coming. When you open the door, you find Liam, Hannah, Maxwell, and Bertrand standing on the other side. Not a security team. We could have literally been killed. You could be discovering our bodies. Where's Bastine? Oh my God, you're okay. You're all okay. Riley, these past hours have been torture. Meet Liam's eyes, and he reaches out, drawing you close. His gaze is intense. This is all my fault. What do you mean? If you'd never met me, if you'd never come to Cordonia, you'd be safe. I'll never forgive myself for putting you in danger. Hey, I chose you. I chose to be here. We're in this together. Take his hand, placing your fingers through his. For better or for worse. I plan to make it more former and less of the latter. Ahem. Not to interrupt, but where's the love? Maxwell, they're having a moment. Smiling, you hug Hannah, Maxwell, and Bertrand, tears of relief welling in your eyes. That's more like it. I am so pleased to see you in good health. Stand aside, allowing the others to file into the safe house. Seeing you all safe, I knew you wouldn't let those bastards win. Feel like I can finally breathe again. I was so worried. I know exactly what you mean. Not knowing was awful. You know, doctors usually prescribe peace and quiet to shooting victims. You must be fine. Did someone give you some whiskey already? Hard to rest when everyone's making such a racket. Liam rushes to Drake's side and kneels beside the couch. Hey, didn't anyone ever tell you not to be a hero? Not sure anyone thought they needed to. You saved I wanted to say Lady Riley. I'm getting tired of it, actually. You saved Riley's life. I don't know if that's a debt I can ever repay. I'd rather you didn't try, Liam. You don't owe me anything. Wait, so how did you all make it out of the palace? Well, after Maxwell and I were separated from you in the crowd, we tried to get back to you, but the palace security wouldn't let us go back. They said their orders were to clear the room. Not many of the people were crazy enough to try to be going back in. I'm glad you're safe, and you, Liam? My security detail held off the attackers until Bastine was able to get me out of the ballroom. Once the assassins saw that I was out of reach, they fled. Clearly, you and I were their targets. And you, Bertrand? He was at the chaos, but luckily I managed to usher a few others to safety as I escaped. We regrouped and went to another safe house. My security forces escorted us here once we were sure that our presence wouldn't put you in further danger. Liam, did anyone get hurt? What about your father and Regina, Olivia, Savannah, and the... Oh shit, we forgot about Savannah and the baby. Screw everyone else. There were injuries, but no one was killed. Liam glances at Drake, whose expression is one of restrained hope. Savannah and Barty were among the first to escape. They're safe, staying in the city. For what it's worth, I saw to their well-being personally. Savannah wanted to come, but she decided it was best to keep Barty close to support services, just in case. God, I couldn't even let myself think about... Drake, it's okay. They're okay. If there's anything good said about last night, it's that no lives were lost. Except for almost Drake's. Thank goodness. Unfortunately, some people were caught in the crossfire and sustained serious injuries. Lady Kiara was caught by a knife, and though I'm assured there will be no permanent damage, and Riley, your former press secretary, was also shot. Hey, now he's got a scar to impress everyone with. Justin? He and Kiara are both in the hospital now, receiving the best care Cordonia has to offer. Bastien was also wounded helping me escape. His leg may never be the same, but he should be able to walk. Ew. I actually feel bad for him. Bastien. I still can't wrap my mind around how something so horrible could happen. Yeah, who do you think that could be behind it? Cordonia has its fair share of enemies, but it's pointless to speculate and worry about now. Bastien will have more information when we return to the palace. And where's that gonna be? My guards and the police are still securing the palace. It'll be an active crime scene until they're done. They'll call when they are certain the place is safe and that all evidence has been collected. Good, could we get the lights back on? This place has no generator, by the way. It's emergency lights. At which point, we'll return to face a press and a country that both wants answers. Rightfully so, I'd say. Riley, as the future queen, it'd be up to you and Liam to assuage the fears and put Cordonia at ease. Me? Personally, make sure every citizen feels safe, whatever it takes. Your enthusiasm is admirable. It's exactly what the people need to see. Just know that this is the sort of event that shakes a populace to its core. People are afraid right now. Yes. The fear for you, the fear for the monarchy is, you know, this isn't the first royal assassination attempt. They should have faith in Liam. I know I do. No, Bertrand's right. I need to earn their trust. In the meantime, it will do us all good to recuperate while we wait for the all clear to return to the palace. I'm not moving from this couch until I have to. Why is it so dark in here? Thank you for finally noticing. I think the generator's busted. All the emergency lights came on and when we got here. We'll go see what we can find. I don't know if I can sit still right now anyway. You want some company? None of us should be alone right now. That'd be nice. Plus, I'm not sure I know how to fix a generator. Before you go, I brought you a change of clothes. Something a bit more discreet. Oh, thanks, Hannah. If anyone knows my size and style, well, now it's you. Slip into the bedroom and change. Oh, my new favorite dress of this whole entire deal. Choose this look, yes. And it's free. I can't go wrong with that. Except, fading in and out, she went naked. Not a bad figure. Let's change. You return to the main room. I wasn't going to say anything when it panned in, but once it panned out, I was like, yep.
Waniki.
You look lovely.
Maxwell heads for the safe house door, and you follow. Maxwell leads you outside and starts walking around the edge of the safe house, which is nestled up against the surrounding forest. Man, something like this, an assassination attempt, makes me think that maybe all this stuff with House Belmont isn't such a big deal after all. All this stuff? You know, never-ending pursuit of fame and fortune, Bertrand's legacy. Well, after everything that just happened, saving House Balmont isn't any important. I know exactly what you mean. I've been worried about my reputation and my love life. All that stuff feels like a drop in the ocean now. Maxwell snaps a twig off a nearby branch and begins fiddling with it. What did that tree do to you? You know what, I think? Whoever's behind the assassination attempt is screwed. They may have tried to hurt us, but we're the dynamic duo. Together we can avert any crisis. Though, I'm not sure how just yet. We'll figure something out. We always do. You both stop when you reach the back of the house. The generator's tucked against the exterior wall covered in leaves and branches. As Maxwell examines the machine, you glance around and spot a breaker box on the wall nearby. Well, looks like there's a power button, but pushing it doesn't do anything. What about the breaker? Maxwell opens the rusty metal door of the breaker box and examines the switches inside. He takes a moment to read the instructions on the inside of the door. Yeah, this one's like called label isn't lit up. Here. Flips the switch, but nothing happens. Maybe the power button now? It's like we don't have to do choices. I was like, what are we gonna do? No? Okay. Reach over and press the button. The device immediately begins to hum, and when you place a hand on it, you feel subtle vibrations. Did that work? I don't know. Sounds like it did. Look at us. First detectives, now electricians. We're almost a multi-talented as Hannah. Whoa. Don't let a couple seconds of success go to your head. Maxwell plucks another twig off a branch. God damn it, what did the trees do to you? Twists it around the first one, and he's silent for a long moment before he looks back to you. Listen, Riley. What's up? I was so scared last night. With assassins in the palace, I think everyone was. No, not for my own safety. Well, I mean, partly for my own safety, but also really scared for you. What do you mean? I was sitting in the other safe house last night, thinking about what I'd do if you weren't around anymore, and, well, I don't know what I would have done if I never got the chance to tell you how much you mean to me. So, I just want you to know that you're one of my best friends in the whole world. Oh, Maxwell, you're going to show me that every day. I never doubted that you care about me. I can always count on you to have my back, no matter what. But I guess it is good to hear that out loud every once in a while. You're one of my best friends, too. You know, I've never actually got to hear that out loud from anyone before. That you're my friend, or best friend. I'm just so glad you're safe. I am, and I'm not going anywhere. Maxwell gives you a quick, fierce hug. I mean, yes, I've heard it from text and stuff, but... Though, we should go back inside. Looks like the generator's working, and I don't want the others to worry. Quick, we should, like... hit a tree and make it sound like a gunshot, which is literally impossible, but... Hey, find 2 stones and you can do it. Maxwell nods, and the both of you head back inside. As I get a sip of my drink. You enter the safe house. Let there be light! He flips the light switch next to the door. Ah, that's better. Oh, and we even get a change of music, too. Riley, now that you're back, I was wondering if I might have a moment of your time. Okay, you guys need to fix the phasing issue. She go naked every time she pop up. I'm serious. All of my moments are yours, Liam. You and Liam head into the other room to talk. Liam leads you to the bedroom, which is scantily lit by a pair of lanterns. He begins searching the wall beside the wardrobe. I haven't visited this place in years, but I remembered it right. The switch should be... here. Nice. That's more like it. So, what did you want to talk about? While you were outside, I was thinking, about what I can do to make sure this doesn't happen again. We need to make Cordonia a safe place for all of us, not just you and I and our friends, but everyone in our land. Cordonia needs something to rally behind, a show of strength and unity. I was thinking that a court event with the entire nobility in attendance could work. Is this how rich people think? That, hey, if all the rich people get together, it'll calm the poor people. An event like a royal wedding. A wedding? Our wedding? It would need to be soon, much sooner than anticipated. God. The sooner I'm married to you, the better. Cordonia needs this. No, the sooner I'm married to you, the better. Ah, you're really just agreeing for selfish reasons, then. I like to think of it as a win-win. You'll be a force to reckon with in the negotiating tables, Duchess Riley. Liam lands a gentle kiss on your lips, smiling. We'll issue a press release when we return to court. It's settled. Maybe we should get back to the others now. Tell them about the wedding. Well, while I'm eager to share our good news, I'd rather spend a bit more time with you here. This may be the last time we have some semblance of privacy for a while, and I'd hate for it to go to waste. Diamond choice? I hear waste is bad. Terrible, really. So will you stay? Oh look, I predicted it. What do you do? Stay with Liam? Return to the main room. Let's stay with Liam. God damn it. Sit down beside each other at the foot of the bed, resting your hand on his hand on yours. Liam gives you a searching look. What is it? It's your dress keeps fading in and out. I never felt relief like when I saw your face this morning. For a moment last night, I had to face the possibility that I might never see you again. And I found that I could never accept that. I hope you'll never have to. When I think of what you went through, I'm tougher than you think I am. I try not to underestimate you, Lady Riley, but you have a habit of defying all expectation. Regardless, you should never have had to endure something like that. You really don't have any idea who those people were? The ones that attacked us? Not yet. Our priority has been securing the palace and caring for those who have been injured. The investigation is still in its early stages, but I promise we'll find out who was responsible. I owe that to my people, and to you. He rises from the bed and begins to pace, his footsteps echoing on the wooden floor. My father always warned me about Cordonia's enemies. I've experienced some of their threats firsthand. But it's been so many years since we had an attack that I started to think they'd left us in peace. Now I see that they were never really gone, just lying in wait. I won't make that mistake again, and I will find our enemies and destroy them. Hey, you couldn't have known this would happen. I've never seen you so angry before. Now we've seen him angry before, haven't we? I think, I'm trying to think, was it was book 1. But he couldn't have known this was going to happen. Just because you're a king doesn't mean you can predict the future. It's easy to look back and wonder what you could have done, but this isn't your fault. The only people who deserve any blame are the ones who try to hurt us. Hurt you, to hurt us. All we can do is try to learn from what happened yesterday. I know at the next time there's a threat like this, you'll be ready. I'll never fail you again, Riley. Now, get back over here. Oh, I want to be close to you. He rejoins you on the bed as you look around the clean but disused room. Did you end up at another safe house like this after the ball? Nothing as modern as this one, but yes, the royal family has several properties like this near the capital. The last time I came here was during a training exercise years and years ago. I could never imagine this place would be used in my lifetime, but I'm glad it was here to keep you and Drake safe. Well, hope we never have to use it again. Your safe house interior decorator needs more. Oh, I actually like that interior. It's actually very homey. Agreed. Though since it's given us a moment of lone, he takes one of your hands in his own. There's so much that's a mystery to me right now. What will happen to Cordonia, who our enemies are? The one thing I'm certain of, Riley, is how much I care about you. I feel the same way, and I really want to kiss you. Although we should really head back to the others, and I really want to kiss you. In an instant, Liam pulls you to your feet and sweeps you in his arms. You melt into the embrace as your lips meet. Riley. Liam pulls away. He takes a half step back. He looks deep in your eyes, his arms still encircling your waist. Is everything okay? Yes. Now that we're together again, it's just... I also almost can't believe this is happening right now. Well, what do you mean? When we were separated, I imagined the worst. It's almost too good to be true to think that you're here, safe in my arms. And kissing you? Yes, I miss this. Well, you could be a little bit more specific. Specific, Let me think. Steps closer to you, leaning to whisper in your ear. I especially miss kissing you here. You feel him smile as his lips brush against yours again. And here. Kisses the lobe of your ear and then a spot along the curve of your neck that sends a pleasant tingling through your body. And here. Slowly trails more kisses down your neck, each one more heated than the last. I hope that's specific enough. You get points for your attention to detail. Now, I had more than kissing in mind. Your eyes meet Liam and he smiles warmly. So did I. Kisses you again more deeply this time, and your hands are already undoing the fastenings of his clothes. The rest of these need to go. I wouldn't want a few clothes keeping us apart. As you pull off his shirt, you see a large dark bruise along one side of his ribs. There are similar small bruises on his arms. You're hurt. It's nothing. I was lucky to get out of the fight with only a few bruises. Liam. Trail your fingers down his muscled chest, lower and lower. Liam audibly catches his breathing. Distract him from his bruises. Would it help if I took your mind off of them? I'm open to suggestions. You toy with the waistline of his pants and slide your hand even lower, earning a deep groan from Liam. Believe me, you've got my full attention. You're still way too dressed for this. Steps out of the rest of his clothes and turns to you. Now it's your turn. He deftly helps you undress, pausing only to kiss your bare shoulders. You can't help gasping at the warmth of his touch. You like teasing me, do you? It's only teasing if we stop, and I want to make the most of this. Smiling, you pull him down onto the bed. He kisses up your stomach along the curves of your chest, finally nipping at your ear. Riley. When he lowers himself onto you, you reach up to touch his cheek. believe I almost lost you, Liam. And here, I promise. Press a finger to his lips. I know, I want to remember this. I need to remember that we're both still alive. Then let me prove it to you. He braces one hand against the headboard as he begins to move against you. He goes slowly at first, drawing out each moment of pleasure. Liam, don't stop. Pull him closer, reveling in every sensation of his body against yours, soon the two of you moving in perfect harmony. Riley. Yes, yes. Around. Later, you lie under the covers, side by side. Liam brushes a strand of hair out of your face. Are you alright? I'm very much alive. Liam kisses you on the cheek. There's a glint of mischief in his eyes. I'm glad I could clear up any doubts. You were very thorough. Although the others are probably starting to get worried about us. No, they're not. They're probably like, couples. Ah, young love. Then we shouldn't keep them waiting too much longer. You made love with Liam in the safe house. Once you've collected your scattered clothes and dressed, you both head out to the bedroom to rejoin your friends. You return to the main room of the safe house to find the rest of your friends gathered. You take Liam's hand and face the group. Liam and I were talking about what the people of Cordonia need to see from the monarchy right now, and we've decided to move up the wedding, so it can be a unifying event for the whole country. A show of strength and stability to everyone, our friends and enemies in Cordonia, around the world. Using the royal wedding to bolster morale among the Cordonian people? That would be just the ticket to restore their faith. A show of hope and renewal and love. Meet Liam's eyes for a moment, warmth rises in your chest. Exactly. There's nothing more unifying than a wedding. I suppose we shall all have the add our wedding preparations to our to-do list for our return to the palace. I'm getting sick of doing this shit for you two. I just want to go home. Liam's phone buzzes from his pocket. He answers it, his expression drawn. After a long moment, he hangs up and turns to you. That was the palace security calling to give us a clearance to return to the palace. A motorcade is on its way to bring us home. How will the court react to the news of your wedding plans? Find out in the next chapter. I'm assuming the court will be happy with it. I don't see how they would have a problem. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe. Head on down the description below. We got links to Discord, our social media links, as well as a few links to support me and my content. It's greatly appreciated. Are you folks glad to have Royal Romance back? I know you folks who love Drake are glad he's okay. And what do you think will be in the future? Who do you think they will be the enemies? Will they go away? Will there be more? Will there be some sort of truce or deal, or will we bust them and capture them or kill them? Tune in to find out. Until next time, stay well, stay awesome. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.